Hello, all you film freaks and movie maniacs out there. My name is Nolan Carr, and I'd like to welcome you to the go-to podcast for all things cinema. But before you can ask any questions, just sit back, relax, as I present to you a Strawlane Studio Productions Critiquing with Carr. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to yet another exceptional edition of Critiquing with Carr on this podcast. As always, if you've enjoyed these episodes, do us a favor by subscribing on YouTube, following on the audio platforms, clicking the thumbs up or like buttons you can tell us you enjoy these episodes, turn on post notifications so you can stay up to date on those platforms when no episodes release, as well as click that share arrow so you can continue to grow the podcast with all your friends and family. If you want other ways of staying up to date with the show, do us a favor by following us on Instagram at Critiquing with Carr. Now, as you all know by now, I'm sure, I like to talk about at the beginning of these episodes how this usually goes. We first talk about who's behind the camera to make it possible, who's in front of it to make it possible, other members of the cast, when it was released, its budget, box office total, how it did during award season, its competition in terms of the other top 10 movies released that year, before I get to my likes, dislikes, and ranking out 10 diamond days before it becomes your choice, that's right, your choice, whether or not to see this film. Because on this week's great edition of the show, we're talking about the legendary classic film, Gladiator. With that being said, let's begin. Leading the charge for this film is director Ridley Scott. The three screenwriters for this movie are David Franzoni, John Logan, and William Nicholson. The producers of this film were Douglas Wick, David Franzoni again, and Branko Lustig. The cast for this movie is as follows: Russell Crowe, Joaquin Phoenix, Connie Nielsen, Oliver Reed, Derek Jacobi, Djimon Hounsou, and Richard Harris. The cinematographer for this film was Jonathan Matheson. It was edited by Pietro Scalia. The music was done by Hans Zimmer and Lisa Gerrard. The production companies were DreamWorks Pictures, Universal Pictures, Ridley Scott Productions, and Redwood Entertainment. It was also distributed by DreamWorks and Universal Pictures. For its premiere, it was released on May 1st of 2000, May 5th of 2000 in the United Kingdom, May 5th of 2000 in the United States, and last but certainly not least, May 12th of 2000 in the United Kingdom. The runtime is 155 minutes. The budget for this movie was $103 million, and the box office total for Gladiator was $465.4 million US dollars. In terms of accolades, they are as follows. At the Academy Awards, it won Best Picture. Russell Crowe won for Best Leading Actor. Janet Yates won for Best Costume Design. Scott Millen, Bob Beamer, and Ken Weston won for Best Sound Mixing, and John Nelson, Neil Corbold, Tim Burke, and Rob Harvey won for Best Visual Effects. At the Golden Globe Awards, it won for Best Drama Picture, as well as Hans Zimmer and Lisa Gerrard for Best Original Score. Ridley Scott was nominated for Best Director, Russell Crowe was nominated for Best Leading Actor in a Drama, and Joaquin Phoenix was nominated for Best Supporting Actor in a Motion Picture. At the BAFTA Awards, it won for Best Film, John Matheson for Best Cinematography, Arthur Max for Best Production Design, and Pietro Scalia for Best Editing. Ridley Scott was nominated for Best Director, Russell Crowe for Best Leading Actor, Oliver Reed and Joaquin Phoenix for Best Supporting Actor, David Franzoni, John Logan, and William Nicholson for Best Original Screenplay, Hans Zimmer and Lisa Gerrard for Best Music Score, Janet Yates for Best Costume Design, Paul Egelin and Graham Johnston for Best Makeup and Hair, Ken Weston, Scott Millen, Bob Beamer, and Pierre Halberg for Best Sound, and John Nelson, Tim Burke, Rob Harvey, and Neil Corbold for Best Special Visual Effects. At the Satellite Awards, John Matheson won for Best Cinematography, Hans Zimmer and Lisa Gerrard won for Best Visual Score, and John Nelson won for Best Visual Effects. It was also nominated for Best Drama Motion Picture, Ridley Scott for Best Director, Russell Crowe for Best Actor in a Drama Motion Picture, Joaquin Phoenix for Best Actor in a Drama Supporting Role, Pietro Scalia for Best Film Editing, and Janet Yates for Best Costume Design. At the Screen Actors Guild of America Awards, it was nominated for Best Performance by a Cast in a Motion Picture, Russell Crowe for Best Performance by a Male Actor in a Leading Role, and Joaquin Phoenix for Best Performance by a Male Actor in a Supporting Role. At the Producers Guild of America Awards, it won for Best Film for Outstanding Production. At the National Board of Review Awards, it was nominated for one of their top 10 films. Joaquin Phoenix won for Best Supporting Actor, and Arthur Max won a Special Achievement Award for Outstanding Production Design. At the Director Guild of America Awards, Ridley Scott was nominated for Outstanding Directorial Achievement in a Feature Film. At the Critics' Choice Awards, it won for Best Picture, Russell Crowe for Best Actor, Joaquin Phoenix for Best Supporting Actor, John Matheson for Best Cinematography, Arthur Max for Best Art Direction, and Hans Zimmer for Best Composer. At the Chicago Film Critics Awards, Hans Zimmer and Lisa Gerrard were nominated for Best Score, and John Matheson was nominated for Best Cinematography. At the American Film Institute Awards, it was nominated as a Top 10 Movie of the Year. And finally, at the Japan Academy Film Prize Awards, it was nominated for Best Foreign Language Film. And now it's time for one of my favorite parts, which is an I list off the top 10 highest grossing films of that year's release, being 2000's The Gladiator. Coming number 10 was What Lies Beneath. It was distributed by DreamWorks and Paramount Pictures. Its worldwide gross was $291.4 million. It stars Harrison Ford, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Diane Scarwood. Coming number 9 was X-Men. It was distributed by 20th Century Fox. Its worldwide gross was $296.3 million, and it stars Patrick Stewart, Hugh Jackman, and Ian McKellen. Movie number 8 was The Perfect Storm. It was distributed by Warner Bros. Its worldwide gross was $330 million. And it stars George Clooney, Mark Wahlberg, and Diane Lane. Movie number 7 was Meet the Parents. It was distributed by Universal Pictures and DreamWorks. Its worldwide gross was $340.4 million. And it stars Robert De Niro, Ben Stiller, and Blythe Danner. Coming number 6 was How the Grinch Stole Christmas. It was distributed by Universal Pictures. Its worldwide gross was $347 million. And it stars Jim Carrey, Jeffrey Tambor, and Christine Baranski. Coming number 5 was Dinosaur. It was distributed by Buena Vista. Its worldwide gross was $350 million. It stars D.B. Sweeney, Alfre Woodward, and Ossie Davis. Coming number 4 was What Women Want. It was distributed by Paramount Pictures. Its worldwide gross was $374.1 million. And it stars Mel Gibson, Helen Hunt, and Marisa Tomei. Coming number 3 was Castaway. It was distributed by 20th Century Fox and DreamWorks. Its worldwide gross was $430 million. It stars Tom Hanks, Helen Hunt, and Nick Searcy. Coming number 2 was Gladiator. It was distributed by DreamWorks and Universal Pictures. Its worldwide gross was $465.4 million. It stars Russell Crowe, Joaquin Phoenix, and Connie Nielsen. And finally, coming number 1 as the highest grossing film of 2000 was Mission Impossible 2. It was distributed by Paramount Pictures. Its worldwide gross was $546.4 million, and it stars Tom Cruise, Dougray Scott, and Thandaway Newton. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, my review of The Gladiator. Ridley Scott's Gladiator emerges as a timeless epic that marries breathtaking spectacle with profound emotional depth, delivering a cinematic experience that resonates long after the credits roll. At the heart of the film is Russell Crowe's commanding performance as Maximus, a man driven by unwavering principles of honor and duty. Crowe imbues Maximus with a quiet strength and intensity that anchors the film, allowing audiences to empathize with his journey of loss, vengeance, and ultimately transcendence. Maximus's complex relationship with Emperor Marcus Aurelius, portrayed with gravitas by Richard Harris, adds layers of depth to the narrative, underscoring themes of loyalty, fatherhood, and the corrupting influence of power. Opposing Maximus is Joaquin Phoenix's Commodus, a villain of Shakespearean proportions whose insatiable thirst for power and validation drives much of the film's conflict. Phoenix delivers a tour de force performance, infusing Commodus with a chilling blend of charisma, insecurity, and moral depravity that makes him a truly formidable adversary. The dynamic between Maximus and Commodus forms the emotional core of the film, culminating in a climactic showdown that is as emotionally resonant as it is visually satisfying. Visually, Gladiator is a feast for the eyes, with breathtaking cinematography, elaborate set designs, and meticulously choreographed action sequences that transport viewers to the heart of ancient Rome. From the blood-soaked sands of the Colosseum to the opulent halls of the Imperial Palace, every frame is steeped in atmosphere and historical detail, immersing audiences in a world of political intrigue and larger-than-life characters. The film's evocative musical score, composed by Hans Zimmer and Lisa Gerrard, further enhances the viewing experience, heightening the emotional stakes and underscoring the film's themes of horror, sacrifice, and redemption. While Gladiator is undeniably a cinematic triumph, it is not without its flaws. Some viewers may find certain CGI effects to be slightly dated, particularly in exterior shots of the Colosseum. Additionally, there are moments where the pacing feels uneven, particularly in the film's middle act as Maximus navigates the political machinations of the Roman Senate. Nevertheless, these minor quibbles do little to detract from the film's overall impact and resonance. Gladiator is a timeless epic that transcends the confines of its genre, offering audiences a gripping tale of heroism, betrayal, and redemption that is as relevant today as it is upon its release. Ridley Scott's masterful direction, combined with stellar performances, breathtaking visuals, and a stirring musical score, cements Gladiator as a true cinematic classic. In conclusion, Gladiator stands as a towering achievement in the annals of cinema, a testament to the enduring power of storytelling and the human spirit. With its timeless themes, unforgettable characters, and epic scope, it is a film that demands to be seen, experienced, and cherished for generations to come. After watching this captivating movie from start to finish and giving you my thoughts today, I'm proud to give it a 7.5 out of 10 on the Diamond Dave scale. With all that being said, if you've enjoyed this week's edition of the show, do us a huge favor by subscribing on YouTube, following on the audio platforms, clicking at thumbs up or like buttons so you can tell us you enjoy these episodes, turning post notifications on those platforms so you know when new episodes release, as well as clicking that share arrow and help continue to grow the podcast with all your friends and family. Also, if you want other ways to stay up to date with the show, do us a favor by following us on Instagram at Critiquing with Carr. With all that being said, my film freaks and cinephiles, happy viewing.